Hello student, welcome to my channel Chemistry Plus. In today's video, we are discussing about the priority of the functional group. It happens many times if in a organic compound, if we have two or more than two different functional group present in it, then it becomes difficult to sometime to know that which functional group is having higher priority. ऐसा अक्सर होता है कि अगर एक सिंगल कंपाउंड है जिसके अंदर एक से ज्यादा फंक्शनल ग्रुप प्रेजेंट है तो हमें इसमें ये पता लगाना होता है कि उसके अंदर जो है वो सबसे ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी वाला ग्रुप कौन सा है, क्योंकि उसको हम लोग जो है वो पहले स्मॉल नंबरिंग देते हैं। ठीक है, तो हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट विच फंक्शनल ग्रुप इज हैविंग greater priority? For that we will go through to this discussion today. Okay, now if you see that what I have done, okay, I have divided the different functional group into five categories. Okay, like for example, if you see the first category, we'll first discuss the three categories and then we'll go for the further categories. So I have a category A, category B, and category C. Now if you see carefully, okay, in these categories, what I have done, that suppose if we consider a hydrocarbon, now hydrocarbon forms the basis. Okay, so carbon and hydrogen are the fundamental elements of an organic compounds. Okay, तो कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन के अलावा जो दूसरे एटम प्रेजेंट होते हैं उसको हम लोग हीट्रो एटम कहते हैं। ओके, कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन के अलावा जो दूसरे एटम्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, ये दूसरे जो एलिमेंट्स के एटम प्रेजेंट होते हैं उसको हम लोग हीट्रो एटम कहते हैं। नॉर्मली आपको सबसे जो कॉमन एलिमेंट आपको नजर आएगा ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स के अंदर वो क्या होगा? ऑक्सीजन एटम। ऑक्सीजन एटम वी कॉल इट एज व्हाट? हीट्रो एटम। Okay, and then we also have some other heteroatoms like nitrogen, like halogens. Okay, so there may be some other heteroatoms also, but these are the most common. Okay, now here what we have to do, okay, when we see a heteroatom in a functional group, then we have to find out that how many number of bonds by which it is attached with the carbon atom. मतलब हमें ये पता लगाना है कि वो जो heteroatom है, जैसे for example यहाँ पर अगर oxygen heteroatom है, suppose I just take the example of this compound. Okay, now in this compound, for example, carboxylic acid. Okay, this is my carboxylic acid. In this carboxylic acid, what I see, okay, in this carboxylic acid, which is this is the general representation of carboxylic acid. In this, you will find that there are two heteroatom. One is oxygen, which is double bonded with this carbon atom, and other is the oxygen of the hydroxyl group, which is single bonded with this carbon atom. So in this compound, you will find that oxygen is connected with this carbon atom by how many bonds? Two with this and one with this. So total there are three bonds are present between carbon and oxygen atom. So hence these compounds, like in category A, I have taken those compounds in which heteroatom is heteroatom is forming a three bond with carbon atom. Okay, so one is the example of this carboxylic acid. This is an exception. Okay, sulfonic acid group is an exception. We will not consider, this is an exception. Okay, apart from that, we have an acid derivatives. Like for example, we have anhydride, esters, acid chloride, and acid amide. These are the acid derivatives, means they are obtained from the carboxylic acid. Okay, so you will find that in all these compound, if you see the heteroatoms, then here, like for example, in an anhydride, you will find that this two oxygen atom is bonded with this carbon atom with how many bonds? Three bonds. Here also you'll find that this two oxygen atom is bonded by about three bonds. So in all these example, you will find that the bond present between the heteroatom oxygen atom and the carbon, they are three. Here also you can, if you can see, in ester also there are two heteroatom, which is what? Oxygen atom, and there are how many bonds between carbon and oxygen? Total in this whole molecule, you'll find that there are three bonds present. Even in acid chloride also, there are two heteroatom. One is oxygen and other is what? Halogen. So total how many bonds are present between carbon and these two heteroatoms? Again, here there are two with oxygen and the one with halogen. So in this way, there are three bonds are present between carbon and these heteroatoms. Similarly, here in the case of acid amide, you will find that there are two heteroatoms present. One is carbon and other is what? Nitrogen. So between oxygen and carbon, there are two double bonds are present, and between carbon and nitrogen, there is a single bond. So again, there are what? There are three bonds present between the carbon and these two heteroatoms. So here in all these examples, you will find, suppose I'll take this examples also. Now this is a cyanide group. This is called as what? This is called as alkyl cyanide, or you can also call it as nitriles. Understood. In this also you'll find that here the heteroatom which is present over here is what? Nitrogen atom. And with the carbon atom, it is how many bonded? With how many bonds it is bonded with carbon atom? So there are 3 bonds again. And similarly, if you consider the isonitrile, here also you will find that between carbon and nitrogen there are 3 bonds are present. So in category A, whatever example I have taken, apart from the sulfonic acid, all these compounds are containing, they are containing the heteroatoms, they are containing the heteroatoms, and between the heteroatoms and the carbon, you will find that there are 3 bonds are present. Okay, so in this category, we have mentioned those compounds in which the heteroatoms are having 3 bonds. So here also you can, if you can see here, I have written in the bracket that these are the examples which contains 3 bonds, right? Now, apart, like for example, even in this group also, even in this category also, you'll find that there are many compounds. Like for example, I have placed over here, one is carboxylic acid, then sulfonic acid, then the carboxylic acid derivatives, and then the acid, we can say the nitrile groups, and then the isonitrile groups. So within the 3 bonds group between carbon and the heteroatom, there's a further order is present. And what is that order? How to place them among themselves in a order of priority? The rule says that first you have to take carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is the most priority functional group. So whenever you see any organic compound which contains carboxylic acidic group, then it will be the highest priority functional group. It has to be given the lowest number. Understood? Then comes what? Sulfonic acid. If sulfonic acid is also present, or if any compounds contain sulfonic acid, then sulfonic acid will be given the highest priority apart from the other functional group atoms, which contains 3 bonds with the heteroatoms. So the first is carboxylic acid, second is sulfonic acid, then comes the derivatives of acid. Now here there are, I have shown you 4 derivatives. One is anhydride, second is ester, third is acid halide, and the fourth is what? Acidamide. Now, okay, in these derivatives, how you're going to further place them in a priority order, or which is having a higher priority. So the rule says that you have to see the electronegativity. In this case, when you want to decide that which is having a higher priority, then the rule says that you see the electronegative. If the atom is more electronegative, then it will be given more priority. So here, if you find in anhydride, there oxygen atoms is present. All the heteroatoms are what? Oxygen atom. Therefore, it will be given a higher priority among the other derivatives. Then if you see the ester contains only 2 heteroatom, which is what? Oxygen atom, and it is bonded with 3 bonds. So this will be given the second priority because it contains oxygen atom, though the number is 1 less than compared to what? Acid anhydride. Then after that, in acid halide, you have one oxygen atom and other is what? Halogen atom. So here the heteroatoms which are present, here one is oxygen, which is the second largest electronegative atom, but halogen is not as electronegative as compared to what? Oxygen, because these halogen will contains what? They contains chlorine, they contains bromine, or they contains iodine. So when you compare the electronegativity of these halogen atoms with oxygen, then they are having a lower electronegativity. So this will be having a position number 3 among this acid derivatives of carboxylic acid. And among these derivative, the one which is having the least priority will be acidamide, because in acidamide we have a 2 heteroatom, one is oxygen and other is what? Nitrogen. But nitrogen is having a less priority than what? Halogen. Therefore it will be having the lowest position. Okay, so among the derivatives of acid, these 4 derivatives are arranged again in the order of what? The electronegativity. So this is the way you have to remember. But there's a one simple trick also. The simple trick is also that, if suppose the simple trick is that, okay, you have to remember this word ARXN. A stand for anhydride. A stand for what? Anhydride. R stand for R stand for ester. R stand for what? Ester. Okay, because ester is formed from replacing the H of carboxylic acid by alkyl group. Therefore here R stand for what? Ester. X stand for acid halide, and the N stand for the amide group, because in amide group nitrogen is present. Therefore, we have written it there as N. So ARXN, if you remember ARXN, then you can easily arrange these derivatives in the proper order. So among the acid derivatives, the one which is having the highest priority will be anhydride, then ester, then halide, and then amides. Understood? So our first priority, highest priority among all the organic compounds is what? Carboxylic acid. Then comes sulfonic acid. Then comes acid derivatives. Among the acid derivatives, they are further placed in this order. And after that comes what? The nitrile and the isonitrile. So in all these examples, these all heteroatoms are bonded with the 3 bonds with carbon atom. And in this way, they are been arranged in their priority. Okay. Okay. I think so you have understood with the category A examples. Okay. Now we will go for the next category, which is what? Category B. Now, if you see carefully in category B, again in category B, you will find that there is an heteroatom, which is what? Oxygen atom. But if you see the bond between heteroatom and the carbon is, there are 2 bonds. Here also another example, ketone. Ketone also have a one heteroatom, which is what? Oxygen atom. And if you see the number of bonds with carbon, again there is what? 2 bonds are present. So if I compare the example which I have taken with which I have taken in category A and in category B, then who is having a higher priority? The category A examples are having a higher priority. Why? Because they contains 3 bonds with the heteroatom. But in category B, the example which we have taken over here, in these examples, you will find that the heteroatoms are having only 2 bonds with carbon atoms. So in this way, they are having a lower priority than the examples of the category A. Okay. Now, again, there are 2 compounds over here. One is aldehyde and ketone. Now, among them, which is having a more priority, the rule says that again, you have to see the alphabetical order over here. Okay, and you have to arrange them in alphabetical order. Suppose whenever you want to name according to IUPAC, if you want to name aldehyde, what do? You drop the E of alkane with Al, Hana, it becomes alkanal. And for the ketone, what do? You just remove the E of alkane and put ONE. That is what the ONE of ketone. So here the suffix used in case of aldehyde is al, and in case of ketone it is what? On. So al comes with A and the on comes with what? O. So in an alphabetical order, the aldehyde will be given the first position and the ketone will be given the second position. So among category B, we have only 2 examples. That is what? Aldehyde and ketone, and they are further arranged in this way. Okay. Now coming to the next category, which is what? Category C. In category C, again we have an heteroatom. Again we have a heteroatom. One is the example of alcohol. Alcohol have a heteroatom, what? Oxygen atom. Right. Now, if you see in this category, you will find that the bond present between carbon and oxygen is what? Single bond. So hence they will be falling at the 3rd position among these categories, because the category A is having 3 bond with carbon. Category B is having the heteroatom having 2 bonds with carbon. But in this category, we have those examples in which the heteroatom is having only a single bond. The heteroatom is having only a what? Single bond with carbon atom. Therefore, they are having the 3rd priority. Okay. So first is alcohol and second is what? The amines. Now again, they have to arrange in the order of what? Electronegativity. Again, they arrange the order of what? Electronegativity. Oxygen is having a highest electronegative, therefore it will be placed first, and the nitrogen is having the second priority, therefore it will be placed in the next position. Okay, I hope you have understood till category C. Category C contains only those functional group in which heteroatom is single bonded. Now coming to the category D, which is the 4th category. Now in this category, there is no heteroatom. In this category, there is no heteroatom, means here we have only hydrocarbons. So among the hydrocarbons which is having more priority, here alkene is having more priority and alkyne will be having the next priority. Because again, we have to arrange them in the alphabetical order. Alkene का जो E है वो पहले आएगा और alkyne का Y जो है वो बाद में आएगा. इसलिए alkene will be having a higher priority than compared to what? Alkyne. Okay. Now coming to the category E. In the category E, I have placed it contains those functional group whose name according to the IUPAC will always come in the prefix form. है ना? You try to understand what I mean to say कि यहाँ पे जितने भी examples हैं, इन examples मतलब यहाँ पे जितने भी functional groups हैं, तो अगर आप इन compounds को IUPAC में देखेंगे तो इन compounds के अंदर जो parent carbon chain है, ठीक है, जो जो पेरेंट कार्बन चेन है, तो इनका जो फंक्शनल ग्रुप है वो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रीफिक्स आएगा। फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ईथर है, ईथर को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं आईयूपीएसी में, एल्कोक्सी एल्केन। मतलब यहाँ पे जो पेरेंट कंपाउंड है वो क्या है, जो पेरेंट है यहाँ पे क्या है, अल्केन है। और ये जो एल्कोक्सी ग्रुप है, ये जो एल्कोक्सी ग्रुप है, इसको हम लोग प्रीफिक्स के फॉर्म में अल्केन के आगे प्लेस कर रहे हैं। तो ऐसे जितने भी फंक्शनल ग्रुप है जिनका नाम आईयूपीएसी में प्रीफिक्स के फॉर्म में आता है, उनकी प्रायोरिटी 5th कैटेगरी में आती है। मतलब इनकी जो प्रायोरिटी है वो सबसे कम होती है। मतलब वो जो 3 बॉन्ड वाले हीटेरोएटम के जो बॉन्ड थे कार्बन के साथ, वो सबसे हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी वाले थे। उसके बाद 2 बॉन्ड वाले आए, उसके बाद 1 बॉन्ड वाले आए, उसके बाद नो हीटेरोएटम वाले आए। और इनका जो है वो दे आर फॉलोइंग इन द 5th कैटेगरी बिकॉज बिकॉज दे डोंट बिकॉज देयर नेम्स इन आईयूपीएसी कम इन द फॉर्म ऑफ व्हाट, प्रीफिक्स, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ व्हाट, प्रीफिक्स। ओके, सिमिलरली इफ यू सी अल्काइल हैलाइड, अल्काइल हैलाइड को भी आईयूपीएसी हम आप कैसे कहेंगे, अल्काइल हैलाइड को भी आप आईयूपीएसी में कैसे कहेंगे, हैलो अल्केन। तो यहाँ पे जो हैलोजन है, जो यहाँ पे फंक्शनल ग्रुप है, वो पेरेंट नेम के आगे आ रहा है। उसी तरीके से नाइट्रो अल्केन, नाइट्रो अल्केन के अंदर भी जो नाइट्रो ग्रुप है, आप उसको कहाँ पे प्लेस कर रहे हैं, अल्केन के आगे प्लेस कर रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे जितने भी एग्जाम्पल्स लिए गए हैं, उनके अंदर जब आप इनका आईयूपीएसी नेम देखेंगे, तो इन फंक्शनल ग्रुप को हम लोग आगे की तरफ प्लेस करते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रीफिक्स। और जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ये जो चौथा कंपाउंड है, इसको हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, एजोअल्केन। ठीक है, अच्छा, अब इनके अंदर भी कैसा अरेंजमेंट होगा, इन ये जो जितने भी फंक्शनल ग्रुप हैं, उनके अंदर हम लोग कैसे इनको भी फर्दर कैसे अरेंज करेंगे, कौन सी ऑर्डर में अरेंज करेंगे। तो रूल कहता है कि अगेन वी हैव टू फॉलो द व्हाट, द इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी। ओके, द वन व्हिच इज हैविंग अ हायर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी विल बी प्लेस्ड फर्स्ट। अंडरस्टूड। तो यहाँ पर जो ईथर है उसके अंदर ऑक्सीजन है, एंड ऑक्सीजन इज द सेकंड लार्जेस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एटम, तो इसकी प्रायोरिटी पहले आएगी। उसके बाद हैलोजन है, क्योंकि देखिए फ्लोरीन बहुत बहुत ज्यादा रिएक्टिव होता है, तो वी डोंट कंसीडर फ्लोरीन। तो जब भी हम ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड में एक्स लिखते हैं, तो नॉर्मली वी वी रिलेट दिस एक्स विद क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन और आयोडीन। वी कंसिडर it as what, chlorine, bromine or iodine, but we very rarely we consider it as what, fluorine, because in the laboratory industry we can't use fluorine. Fluorine is a very dangerous and it's highly corrosive also, so we have to take a lot of precaution. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे जो हैलोजन है, इसकी प्रायोरिटी जो है वो ऑक्सीजन से कम है, तो वी हैव टू गिव इट अ सेकंड प्रायोरिटी अमंग दिस कैटेगरी। नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट कंपाउंड इज व्हाट, नाइट्रो। ना नाइट्रोजन में जो सबसे पहला हीटेरोएटम है वो कौन है, नाइट्रोजन है। नाइट्रोजन की जो प्रायोरिटी है, मतलब जो नाइट्रोजन की जो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी है, वो इन दोनों से कम है। ठीक है, तो इसको थर्ड पोजीशन मिलेगा। एंड अच्छा, यहाँ पे अगर आप नाइट्रो और एजो ग्रुप को कंपेयर करेंगे, तो यहाँ पे एक 3 हीट्रो एटम्स है, उसमें से एक नाइट्रोजन और 2 ऑक्सीजन है। तो क्योंकि इसमें 2 ऑक्सीजन भी है और ऑक्सीजन जो है उसकी प्रायोरिटी ज्यादा होती है, ठीक है, लेकिन अटैचमेंट नाइट्रोजन के साथ है। और इसके अंदर जो एजो ग्रुप है, उसमें तीनों एटम जो है वो नाइट्रोजन के हैं। तो हेंस आप जब इन दोनों ग्रुप को कंपेयर करेंगे, तो ये आपको ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव नजर आएगा और ये कम इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव नजर आएगा। ठीक है, तो हेंस नाइट्रो ग्रुप विल बी गिवन द higher priority and the azo group will be given the lesser priority. So in this way, within this group, these 4 compounds are arranged in this form. Okay, so I think so in this 5 categories we have covered approximately around 20 organic compounds. Okay, now let us understand these rules with some examples. Okay, now suppose if I tell you that I have a 3 functional group, one is carboxylic, second is aldehyde, and third is alcohol. So among them, which is which is having more priority, then you will say that in the carboxylic acid we have a 2 heteroatom and they are connected with 3 bonds, so hence carboxylic acid will be having higher priority. Then when you consider aldehyde, aldehyde is having 1 heteroatom and it is connected with 2 bonds, therefore it will be having a lesser priority than compared to carboxylic acid. And the one which is having a least priority will be alcohol, because alcohol के अंदर जो है वो एक ही ऑक्सीजन है और उसका जो बॉन्ड कार्बन के साथ है वो सिर्फ सिंगल बॉन्ड है। तो इस तरीके से हमें पता चल जाएगा कि carboxylic acid is having a higher priority and the alcoholic group will be having a lower priority. Okay, so I think so you have understood. I just give you some examples so that it becomes more clear. Okay, normally suppose in the ring compound we have some cases where the ring compound contains more than one group. All right, suppose I have this group, have nitro group is present in this, and there's a one double bond within this 6-membered ring. So what is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound? Okay, first of all, you have to understand that how many functional groups are present. So there are two functional groups. There are two functional groups are present. One is double bond, and second is what, nitro group. Now among them, which is having a higher priority? Now we, according to the rule, this double bond falls in a category D, and this is falling in a category E, because nitroalkane, here it is the prefix group. Here in the IUPAC, nitro comes before the name of alkane, so it is having a least priority. So hence your numbering will start from here. This carbon will be given the lowest number, and this carbon, the second double bonded carbon will be given the next number, and this will be having a position of what, 3. Okay. Acha. Before that, if you consider this parent chain or the parent compound over here, is it is called a cyclohexane. So first of all, I have to write cyclo, because it is in the form of cyclic. Okay, cyclo. Then I will write hex. Now since there is a presence of double bond which is at number 1 position, so the ane of the ane will be dropped, and in that case I have to replace it by 1 in. Okay. And one thing is that here, since nitro will never be fixed as a suffix, it will be always fixed as a what, prefix. So the nitro you have to place before the name of the cyclohexane. So it has to be placed initially. So the name will be 3 nitro. The name will be what, 3 nitro, and this we have to make it as a small, because now the nitro comes as a first letter. So the first letter will be always what, capital. So the names becomes what, 3 nitrocyclohexane. Clear? Okay, so we will do some more examples so that we have a more clear understanding. I take another example. Suppose now I just remove the nitro group, and instead of nitro group I take a carboxylic acid group. Okay, so what will be the name of this compound now? Now see, now in this compound again we have a two functional group. One is carboxylic acid and second is what, double bond. So now carboxylic acid will be a what, higher priority than compared to our double bond. So the numbering will start from carboxylic acid. This carbon which is carrying carboxylic acid will be given a lowest number, and then we have to move in such a way so that the second functional group should get a smaller number. We will not go in a clockwise manner, but we have to go in anti-clockwise manner so that this double bonded carbon atom should get a lower number. So 1 2 3. Okay, so again this will be called as what, now here this will be called as cyclo, because now see, this carboxylic acid will be having a suffix in the form of oic acid. Okay, and the double bond will be represented by ene. Now, okay, so the name of this compound will be cyclohex 2-ene, and now this E will be dropped and will be further continued as what, oic acid. Now it is understood that okay, it is at the position number 1, so we don't have to mention the position 1 over here. Whenever the position is not mentioned, we have to always assume that it is having a first number. So it becomes what, cyclohexane 2 in 1 oic acid. And if you merge this, it becomes enoic acid. You can also call it as what? You can also call it as what? Cyclohex 2 enoic acid. I think so you have understood. So with this we end our this lecture over here. I will come with one more video where we'll take some more examples to further understand this priority order. Okay, so if you have liked my video, if you have liked this video, so please subscribe my channel and uh, like this video. Okay, with this I end over here. We'll meet again.